So if you're someone who struggles to consistently compress the golf ball, find the bottom of your swing arc, and hit the ground in the same spot every time, then you're going to want to spend a few minutes listening to this. The number one thing I see, and this is as it relates to the backswing, is that the good players who can do that very well, if I take a video of their swing from a face-on view and I draw a line on the outside of their right hip, the only thing that they're doing is they might bump into that line, but by the time they get to the top of their backswing, they've created a little bit of space here. So they've recentered their pelvis and got the pelvis going forward by the time the club gets to the top of the swing. So those are the single-digit handicaps and the scratch guys that I teach. The guys who struggle to break 90, struggle to break 100, a lot of beginner players, what you'll see is if I draw this line here, there's a lot of shifting to my back foot and putting weight to the outside of that right foot. That right knee bends. And now by the time they get to the top of their backswing, they have a lot of this trail side on the other side of that line, which is telling me that their weight and their pressure is too far back. So now by the time that they start turning, it makes it very hard to compress that ball and find the center of our swing arc. The bottom of our swing arc. So the bottom of the swing arc is always going to happen wherever our center of mass and center of pressure is. So if I have my center of pressure and my weight back here on this back foot, as I start turning, the club's going to want to bottom out behind that ball there and not compress it very well. So I got a really simple drill to get you to feel what the correct move is. And we do have to put pressure in our right foot, but we want to put it to the inside of our right foot, not to the outside of it. So I took a little piece of wood and cut a little wedge here, about a 30-degree wedge, put some duct tape on it so it won't slide. You don't have to use this. You could use a tennis ball, any kind of object about that tall. We put it on the outside of our right foot. And what we're going to do is we're going to make a backswing and rotate our chest away from that ground. And I actually want you feeling like you're pushing into that wedge. Okay? So when I go like that, well, now I'm properly loading into this lead side without losing balance and not keeping my pelvis nice and centered here. So now as I do that, now it's a lot easier to transition that pressure over to my left side and turn and hit that ball. So what you'll notice is the muscles that start to get more activated here are more in your thigh, more in your glutes. And now, when we take that to our normal swing, what you'll see is that we don't move our right hip to the outside of that thigh or to the outside of that line. We create a little bit of space there. We can more easily keep control of our weight and where our pressure is. And now we're going to start hitting the ground ahead of the golf ball and not behind it, not coming over the top, have better control of the face. So if you were to take a look at like any guy on tour, so they all have a little bit of a different backswing pivot, but every single one of them, when they get to the top of their swing, you're never going to see them on that side of that line. Some of them might move their right hip back about 2 inches and then start to center. Some might have a pretty centered turn. Some might immediately clear that trail side. But no one is ever going to get to that side of that line because they know how to compress the ball and how to get pressure transferred to their lead side better by centering their pelvis. So give that drill a shot with a goal of, we want to see a lot less of our right hip falling back, and we're feeling connection with our lead side better and getting our pelvis more centered. So make sure to like and subscribe below. Leave me any questions in the comments. And if you guys are interested in any online lessons, make sure to click on the link in my bio and sign up.